Mr. Aubie, we'll go to you, please, for 5 minutes.
Thank you so much. Hello, bonjour. Thank you for the invitation to speak today on this important matter. My name is Michael Aubie. I'm the Manager of Advocacy for the Federation of Canadian Municipalities. L'FCM est la voix nationale de
The FCM is the national voice for municipal governments.
Municipalities of all sizes, from Canada's cities and rural towns to northern communities and 18 provincial and territorial municipal associations. I'm going to make 2 key points in my opening statement. First, that no changes should be made to Canada Post's mandate or service charter without thorough public review, including meaningful engagement with local governments. Canada Post's financial challenges present an opportunity to innovate, explore new sources of revenue, and support housing and economic growth in rural communities. FCM is most concerned about the future of Canada Post from the perspective of rural communities. Rural Canada is home to 6.3 million Canadians, or 15% of Canada's population, and contributes to nearly a third of Canada's GDP. Simply put, Canada can only succeed if rural Canada is thriving. Currently, Canadians rely on over 3,000 rural post offices. Rural postal services enable residents and businesses to receive government benefit payments, banking, insurance, and to send and receive products from local businesses across Canada and around the world. De plus, Post Canada offre...
Additionally, Canada Post offers services to those who are the most vulnerable, such as seniors.
...are a lifeline for rural and remote communities. Municipal governments, like provincial and territorial governments, and in fact the federal government, continue to rely on postal services to provide essential public services to Canadians. Tax collection and communication with property owners continue to be carried out by mail, and changes to postal services can impact municipal operations, as Mayor Santamor mentioned. We have seen this with the disruption of recent municipal elections in Alberta, Quebec, and Newfoundland and Labrador. FCM recognizes that Canada Post is facing significant financial pressures, and municipalities understand that Canada Post needs to modernize. FCM encourages the federal government to look for opportunities to modernize the corporation, diversify revenue streams, and, most importantly, leverage its national footprint to support housing and economic development in rural and remote communities. By reimagining Canada Post's role, we can help to ensure its long-term sustainability while delivering real benefits to Canadians, especially those in regions which are too often underserved. FCM encourages the federal government to look for ways that Canada Post can strengthen its role as a connector through a community hub model. A community hub model could support business and government services at post office locations, especially in rural, northern, and underserved communities. Canada Post offices are often the only federal footprint in small and rural communities. They can be leveraged to increase the reach of federal programs and services, as well as other public and private services. FCM also sees an opportunity for both Canada Post and communities with a shortage of affordable housing. Public lands should be leveraged to help provide affordable housing. Canada Post has over 5,700 post offices across Canada, of which many are one-story, underutilized, and located on main streets in rural Canada. Some of these locations offer an opportunity to meet additional housing needs in rural communities, including for affordable housing. As Canada Post works to improve its balance sheet, co-locating prefabricated affordable housing on suitable Canada Post sites could generate revenue for Canada Post, support the modular housing sector, and help the federal government address its affordable housing objectives. Budget 2024 announced the government's intention to launch a new Canada Post housing program to support affordable housing providers to build on Canada Post properties. And more recently, with the announcement of Build Canada Homes, the opportunity exists to address the urgent need for supportive, deeply affordable, and non-profit housing. FCM fully supports these goals and encourages the federal government to pursue housing development as part of broader efforts to modernize Canada Post. And with that, I'll close my opening statements. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.